What's good, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and today we back in the shop. So today what we got going down, man, is we are about to build this box for this stereo system, or for this subwoofer. Yeah, I mean, just that simple, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try my best to go ahead and get it together the way it needs to get together, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it does what it needs to do. I've done this before a long time ago, and now I guess we're doing it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting up the wood. It's realistically just 4 corners. It's nothing crazy. It's just 110, and I'll show you guys what I got once I flip this camera around. It's just 110. It's nothing crazy, like I said. It's not really, you know, for me, and the owner doesn't really need nothing crazy. So it just is what it is. So anyways, man, before we jump into the video, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, y'all, so I already got the first piece like cut out of this big sheet of wood. The reason why I got a sheet so big is because it was $32. I think it was $32 for this big piece that I have here, and I need more in order to do other things with. You'll see that in a later video. Dash already hinted at what we're doing with it. So if you go run over to his channel and check his channel out, I think it was in his latest video. He already hinted at what's gonna happen with this sheet of wood. But anyways, pretty much what I got going down is right now is I'm going to cut this piece of wood in sections, and I'm going to pretty much make a box out of it. This should, it might not fill every single piece that I need. We'll see. It might actually, now that I think about it, because if I cut it here, it might make 4 pieces. So pretty much, I guess you need 6 pieces, top, bottom, sides, and front and back. So it might not be what I need. But anyways, we'll see what's going down. I'll probably measure a couple inches on the top, a couple inches on the bottom, depending on how big this speaker is. First things first is I'll put it up to probably the corner here, a nice edge, straight edge, and I'll cut the hole out right here, and then cut the excess off, whatever I have down here off, and then I'll start measuring out the rest of the pieces that I need. And then yeah, man, we'll just keep going from there. I'll glue it all together. I got my glue gun. I'll glue it all together, and I'll nail it together as well, or screw it together. And then it will go and it'll get wrapped the color that it needs to get wrapped. Yeah, so I won't wrap it today because obviously I don't have the material to wrap it, but you know, that'll be at a later date. You guys will see the rest of it when everything is all complete and everything's all together, because we are building something. So yeah, anyways, man, I mean, there's really nothing else to say. I have pretty much everything I need to get started. I have the speaker ports to connect the speakers to, or the wires to, and then I went with a Skar 10-inch sub, and I went with a Skar 1200 watt amplifier. And the reason why I didn't do 2 subs is because it doesn't need to be that crazy. It's not gonna be like, you know, the trunk doesn't need to be falling apart. We don't need to be beating down the block or nothing like that. It just needs to sound crisp, good. And then also too, shout out to Dash. I'll show you guys what else I got. Let me go pop the trunk of the Impala because they're not currently in here. They're actually in the Impala. So let me go ahead and do that. Open this garage up, and then yeah. All right, y'all, I've been kind of just throwing the parts back here that are gonna go over to the other car, just to keep them all in one place, so that when I do take everything over there, I can just grab them, take them to Dash, and yeah. But anyways, so I went ahead and I got some JBL 6x9s, and shout out to Dash because he actually pointed out that the radio actually has some good quality sound in it. And I should have known, I should have thought about that because it did have wiring for subs and all that. I never even thought about the speakers. I never even turned the speakers on at all. So I went ahead and ordered these. I jumped the gun and I ordered these just to have a crisp sound. I still will probably order an amplifier for the speakers, but right now this is what I got. And now I no longer have use for this. The Impala already has speakers in it, so I don't need 6x9s in here. The Elko could use some 6x9s, but I went with Alpine speakers, so I probably want to keep the same level all the way across. It already currently has 4 Alpine speakers, which is plenty enough. I might add some 6x9s. I don't know if I'll add 6x9s or just do the sub, or a couple subs or whatever, however we do. But anyways, I ordered this up and now I have no use for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give it to Dash because he hasn't gotten audio for his car just yet. And so I just told him like, yo, bro, I'll just go ahead and give them to you because I can't use them. So yeah, so right now that's what we got going down. I ordered a bass controller. I didn't order the, I guess, equalizer just yet. I didn't order the equalizer just yet, but you know, and then I also have the kit for the wiring kit. I already got that too, so I didn't, or that's already at Dash's house. So, but other than that, I think that's pretty much all I need for the audio, man. It already has speakers, like I said. I got the amp, the sub, the wiring, the bass controller. I'll probably go with the equalizer. It already has a battery in the trunk, but I don't know if I'm gonna use that or not. I probably won't because it's a little battery. That's yet to be determined, and I might just run with the battery that I already have. The battery that I already have, it's already an Optima, so I might go ahead and just use the one that powers the whole car, because realistically, when powering audio, it's not really about the battery, so to speak. It's more about the alternator keeping the battery charged or whatever. So, and I'm not really running crazy wattage, or I'm not running like, you know, 5,000 watts and, you know, 8 subs and all that kind of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? It should be fine just off the regular car battery. We're just gonna upgrade the alternator and we should be fine. So, as long as it's not draining the battery while the car is off, it should be good. So anyways, man, let me go ahead and break this open. I'll show y'all what it looked like, and then we'll start cutting the holes. All right, y'all. So there we go, right there. I guess it's a dual coil setup. So I'm gonna have to, dang, I can't remember how this goes. I think a wire, dang, I can't remember how this goes. I'll have to look it up or whatever. But anyways, man, this thing looks pretty beefy, yo. Like, look at the foam. It's pretty thick. It's not like paper thin or nothing like that. And right here's a little papery, but it should do the job. We're not, like I said, I'm not running, dang, I got it dirty already. I'm not running no crazy wattage out of it. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looked pretty good, man. That's pretty much the specs on everything. I don't really know. I thought this was 1,200. Maybe not. I don't really know the whole specs on like audio and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I've always just like hooked it up and it sound good. It is what it is. I don't really know the technical specifications and all that kind of stuff. I just try to match stuff up with whatever it go with. You know what I'm saying? Make sure my subs aren't overpowering my amp so the amp doesn't get overworked. Make sure that my wires are able to handle the amount of wattage that is going through it. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Like I said, I'm not a genius when it I'm not a genius at all, but I'm not a genius when it comes to audio, man. It's just not my forte. I just know how to hook it up, and I've done it a bunch of times, pretty much on like all my cars. I've wired up stereos, subs, all that kind of stuff. So this is not my first rodeo. Like I said, I don't know the specifications. Some of y'all that do this for a living or however y'all do, or y'all do this a lot, can probably tell me what's going down. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm about to just make this box. We gonna hook it up and see what it sounds like. So, you know what I'm saying? I ran over it, so excuse the tire tracks, but you know, you're not gonna see it anyway, regardless whether, you know, it's covered or it's on the inside or whatever. But let me go ahead and trace this this sub around, and then I think this is probably about a 1/4 inch. So I'll make a circle around, and then what I'll do is I'll measure like a 1/4 inch from the circle that I trace, and then start cutting a hole out for the sub to sit down in, and then we'll build off of the circle or whatever. So, and then I also got something in the truck, a pipe that I'll go ahead and put for like the breather tube or the breather hole or whatever. So let me go ahead and start tracing that, and then yeah. All right, y'all, so pretty much what I'm doing is I'm just measuring 2 inches from this corner, 2 inches from this corner, and then 2 inches from the bottom. And then I measured the speaker for the outside diameter of the speaker. Pretty much it's 10 inches, you know what I'm saying, order a 10-inch sub. So it's 10 inches from this side to this side. However, the lip is a 1/4 inch. So since I got a 1/4 inch on this side, a 1/4 inch on this, or I'd say it's a 1/2 inch. It's a 1/2 inch on this side, 1/2 inch on this side. So I have to measure 1 inch from this part inwards so that the sub can sink inside of it. So pretty much instead of measuring from the corner of where I'm first gonna cut 10 inches because the speaker will fall through, you know what I'm saying, I gotta measure just about 9 inches. I'll do a little bit more than 9 inches. Right there. And then from that point, we'll go ahead and do 2 inches. All right, y'all. So, let me see. Now we gotta do this side. right, y'all. Let me show you what I got. All right, y'all, so here's what we got. Excuse the outside lines. I was gonna move it over because I didn't want it to be too close to the edge. However, I'm trying to think about the clearance of where it's gonna go. I think it's a total of 13 inches. So it has to be smaller. This box has to be smaller than 13 inches. So this should give me plenty of clearance to do what I gotta do. Like I said, I didn't want it too small, but I gotta think about the clearance. Anyways, so I made my outside, you know, little square or whatever. And then I just used the box that came with the sub to make a perfect circle. You know what I'm saying? So I made a real nice perfect circle. So pretty much what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut this out, and then after I cut it out, I'm trying to think. I have a router to go. It's not a table router, it's a handheld router. So I should be able to clean it up and make it real nice. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut the hole out, and then I'll measure this side and that side, and I'll cut those. I think I already did. Right here, I think it's the line that I wanna cut. No, maybe not. Whatever 2 inches is from the hole. So it's this line. So that line, this line here, and this line here is where I'm gonna cut it on these sides. I use the side here to make it, you know what I'm saying? I use a straight edge on these sides so I don't have to cut on these sides or on the corners. I just have 2 sides to cut after I cut the circle out. And then I'll just keep that same trajectory going down as I cut the box. Use like a straight edge so that I don't have to have cut 4 sides and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting. I'm gonna cut a hole first, and then after I cut a hole, I'll go ahead and use probably my what's it called? Not a jigsaw. I think it is a jigsaw. Anyways, I'll probably use that to see how that works. If that doesn't work very well, I'll use the router. I think I'll probably just use the router just to clean it up, and then we'll see what happens. But let me go ahead and put this sub back so it doesn't drop and break or whatever, anything stupid happen. And then I'll go ahead and draw my lines here, and then I'll, you know, clean this up. Man, I was trying to cut a hole with the saw so that I didn't have to get the drill in order to start trying to, you know what I'm saying? But looks like I'll probably have to get the drill so I can make a hole, so I can start using that to go around, because it's hard to cut a corner with that thing when the lines are so close. But let me go ahead and get the drill and then start cutting it out circle-wise, I guess. All right, y'all. We got the hole cut out. It's not the most perfect cut, but looks like I probably won't have to use that router after all. Good thing, because I don't really want to use it. So yeah, let me clean up my space a little bit, and then after that, we'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and set the speaker down in there real quick just to see what it looks like. Make sure that we have the proper clearance, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other sides or cut this one out and then cut the other sides, and then we should be good to go. So let me go ahead and cut this piece out, and then I'll just start cutting all the other sides. Pretty much what I'm gonna do, man, is I'm just gonna overlay this over the other 5 sides, and then call it good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. Just overlay it, cut it out, and keep it moving. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that, and let me think about how I'm going to orchestrate all of that, and then we'll move on. All right, I'd say that's a win. Fits down in there perfect. You can see, well, you can't see, I guess, but there's really not, let me see. You can kind of see near, maybe not, I got this bag on here, but you know, there's not a lot of wiggle room. So we'll be able to screw through here, attach the face, we'll be good, man. So let me go ahead and cut the rest of them out, and then I'll cut y'all on when I'm actually putting all the sides together. I'm not gonna keep showing y'all me cutting, you know what I'm saying, all the rest of the sides. So I just wanted to cut the most important one, and it's done. So let's go ahead and put the speaker back, and then we'll go ahead and cut all the rest of the sides out. All right, y'all, so I got all my pieces cut out. I pretty much just went off of this because it's gonna be a square, and just traced everything out. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece and I'm going to line it up, and I'm gonna drill a pilot hole. Obviously it's off center, I'm trying to hold it with one hand, but I'm gonna drill a pilot hole, and then I'm gonna screw these down. So I'll drill a pilot hole first, and then I'll put the glue with my glue gun. I'll put the glue in between, and then I'll screw it together, and then the glue should hold. So can't do it with, obviously, 2 hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drill a couple pilot holes, like I said, and then after I drill a couple pilot holes on the first 2, I'm gonna go ahead and put the glue in between. Then I'll screw it with my screws, and then that will hold in there. And then this, I guess, will be the back piece that I have. And then I have one side piece. I got my PVC pipe that I just cut off, and that will be my vent hole for, you know what I'm saying, the sub. So I'll probably put it in like the back corner somewhere around here. I got my little, you know what I'm saying, saw blade joint thing right here. And then, yeah, and then I also have, I'm gonna make that cutout. I'm not gonna build it right now. I'll build it later, but I got that cut out so that that's gonna be the amp rack. So I'm gonna have to build like a tray and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll screw that to the amp rack once I know how high or low I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be kind of suspended up in the air, and then I'm gonna drill it down to the floor, and then I'll have a nice dedicated amp rack basically suspended up in the air. So anyways, let me go ahead and do this because I'm running out of time. After I build everything together, I still got to do the top part and the bottom part. I haven't gotten to those yet, but I wanted to make sure that I could get the sides all together, and then before I put the back on, I'll do the top and the bottom so I can slide them all in, and then I'll go ahead and cinch it all up, and it'll all be good. So let me go ahead and get started with the glue. Like I said, I'll drill my pilot hole first, and then I'll go ahead and get started with the glue. The reason why I want to do the pilot hole is because I don't want this stuff to crack. That would suck. So anyways, let me go ahead and do that, and then, yeah, keep it moving. All right, y'all. So I drilled my pilot holes. I got everything glued. Not the prettiest glue, but it'll do. No pun intended. But the reason why I drilled the pilot holes is so it doesn't crack right here. And then I put glue on the inside like that so that, you know, no air seeps out of this. I'll probably put a little bit more on the spots that I missed. But other than that, we should be good to go. Now, I'm about to make the top and the bottom. So I think it's like 12 inches just about between on the top and the bottom. And it's gonna go on the inside of here, not like lay flat on the top. It'll go on the inside because we have space issues or clearance issues. So if I put it on the top, I think this would be a little bit too big for where it's gonna go. But obviously, if I put it on the inside, we should be okay. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and, baby, stop touching that. That had chemicals on it. Thank you. So yeah, let me go ahead and cut the two pieces for the top and the bottom. I'll slide them in, and then I'll drill my other piece. I also got my speaker port hole drilled out, and I got my speaker port things. I gotta straighten it out a little bit. I'll probably take this back off anyways, because this whole box I have to wrap. So obviously it won't be wood in it, it'll be carpeted or whatever color I'm gonna go with. So let me go ahead and make the top and the bottom piece, and then after that, and put your jacket on, it's really cold out here. After I put the top and the bottom piece on, I'll go ahead and close everything all up. And then after we close it all up, man, this should be sturdy, it should be okay. And then I'll put the speaker in there, and I'll screw it down for I'll screw it down with just a couple of screws. I'm not gonna screw it all the way down, just to have it in there and just to be looking, you know, however it looks. It's not all the way complete because, like I said, I don't have the fabric, but the box itself will be complete, and I can clean all this stuff up and we'll be good. All right, y'all, so there you have it. Speaker in there. I didn't screw it down. I'm gonna wait until I get everything all situated. I gotta get some speaker wire so I can attach the speaker wire. And then I got my port right here. Like I said, I just used some PVC. I'm gonna shave this down, that glue down, so that we could wrap it. So I got my port right there. I got the plugs on the back, obviously. And then, yeah, man, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. It's not perfect cut, but I used a handsaw and a jigsaw, you know what I'm saying, to get it done. Just regular hand tools, you know. But I glued up all of my edges on the inside, so there shouldn't be no blow pass, no holes or nothing like that. And then, like I said, once I get the fabric, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it. That's another reason why I wanna take this out too, or don't wanna screw it down, is so I can wrap it and tuck everything underneath so it looks nice and clean. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think, man. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. I think it looks great, y'all. I think this is gonna be a nice little setup here. It should have plenty of space, you know what I'm saying? Like from the front to the back to be, I guess, you know, for the sub to like let that air compress, or however you want to say it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not super technical on this stereo stuff, but for the price that you buy a box for, like $150, I bought a piece of plywood for $32, and this is the whole sheet. And you know what I'm saying, this whole sheet has a whole purpose. It's not even just this box. So it's the plywood plus the box, I got for like $32, man. I already had the screws, already had the hand tools, the PVC, I got for like a couple bucks. So, I mean, you can't beat it. Already had the glue gun, but glue guns ain't even expensive. It's like probably like $5 or something like that. So, I mean, for the price of building your own box as opposed to what they charge, man, I mean, it's gonna do the job. Trust me, it's gonna do the job. It ain't perfect, but you know, if I had like a table saw where I could cut straight cuts without having no type of human error, you know what I'm saying, even in the slightest, I mean, it would be a lot better. But I don't have a table saw, so you know what I'm saying? If you have a table saw and a router and all that kind of stuff, it could look a lot cleaner, but you know, I don't have that. I just have what I have, and that's what it is. So yeah, man, here we go. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, I was just trying to get the speaker box built. We're gonna go ahead and get it wrapped up, or get it wrapped, I guess you could say. The color that it needs to get wrapped, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it where it needs to go. There's nothing really difficult about it. Just cutting the wood and putting your holes where they need to go, like the port and the little speaker wire port, and then the big hole for the, obviously, the subwoofer. And then I'll build another box. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna build a custom trunk basically for the Impala. I want it to be as discreet as possible, because I want the trunk space in the Impala, because I feel like that's a good attribute for the Impala to have, is the trunk space. Not that I'll use it in any way or anything like that, but like, you know, the big trunk for the Impala is like the reason why this car is like exists, I guess, you know what I'm saying? It's a full family sedan, I guess you could call it. But anyways, man, like I said, that's gonna do it. You know, it's not hard, it's not difficult. I encourage you guys to stop paying these crazy prices for the things that y'all could do yourself. I mean, given, you know, the tools and all that kind of stuff you gotta have in order to get things like this done. And like I said, if I had a table saw, my lines would be a lot more straight, because it eliminates human error, and you know, it would just cut a nice straight cut. But I ain't got that, so I gotta rock with what I got. So anyways, man, that's gonna be it. We're gonna keep on, you know, rocking how we rock, and hopefully this speaker box is not too big. I think I measured it, and it's good for what I need it for. So we need to probably make a bracket so that I could attach it in the trunk. But we'll do that later. We'll do that after it's wrapped, and then, you know what I'm saying, we'll figure out a bracket system or something like that so that it's not back there sliding around. One thing that I don't like too is these boxes, these preloaded boxes that you get from wherever you get them from, and it just takes up all the trunk space. I mean, obviously, if you ain't gonna use the trunk space, it don't matter, and everybody's car is their own, so it really don't matter what I think. But for me personally, I like to have my trunk space just in case I need to go pick up something, I need to do something. Even though I got all these trucks, it is what it is. But anyways, man, like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time I drop another video. And always remember, work hard so you live free.